Yo, yo, yo. What's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday. Sunday fun day. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it, man. Hope everybody had a great weekend. I changed my charts back for you guys. I seen it was not a very good view as far as the streams went. So that was most important to me, making sure you guys could see clear. But yeah, man, hopefully you guys had a great weekend. We're popping into a big week here with earnings starting to come around. Very excited for that. Let's get this thing crack-a-lacking, man. Let me know if you guys can see my beautiful pink lines here. Everybody can hear clear, and we'll get this thing going. Alrighty. Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. Alright. Everybody good? I'm chewing gum right now because I felt like vaping. And it's my 6th day without vaping. So if my gum chewing gets annoying, let me know, and obviously I'll take care of that. But, yeah, man, I'm very proud of myself. 6 days, 7 days, almost a full week. No vaping. I'm not gonna lie, it's one of the hardest things I've done, for sure. Like I said, it's not even like the vaping part, man. It's just like the fixation, like everything around it. Bro, shit's horrible. Absolutely fucking horrible. It's getting better, though. For sure. Alright, let's go ahead and make this bigger for you guys. First things first. Appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. For anybody that's new here, welcome. We're going to go over the economic calendar first. Then we're going to get into the earnings lineup. And then we'll get into the watch list for the week ahead. We have a beautiful light counter up here. Sitting right around here. Right around here somewhere. When that gets filled up, that's a giveaway for you guys. So, make sure you guys smash that like button. And, yeah, man. Let's do the damn thing. Side note, it's astonishing how a platform like YouTube has been so dominant and present for, online streaming and videos in general. But their delay is the worst out of all of them. Like, I'm just watching Kick and YouTube side by side right now, and it's crazy. Like, Kick is 1 to 3 second delay. YouTube is a solid 30 seconds, sometimes more. Like, that's really crazy, man. Like I said, I stand by that. I stand by that. Kick, when it comes to streaming, I rather watch all day long. YouTube, when it comes to like long form content that's, pre-recorded, sure, YouTube's got it, right? That's what it's for. But it's crazy. When it comes to streaming, there's no comparison. Like, even Twitch, right? I watch a couple people on Twitch, and it's like, it's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. Alright, you guys, let's rock out. First things first here. Let's go ahead and pull up this economic calendar. We are going into Monday, July 21st. Kicking off the week here. Monday, we have leading index. We all know that's, pretty much nothing. Tuesday, July 22nd. This is where things get interesting. Jay Powell's speaking at 8:30. I've never seen him speak at 8:30. I didn't look into what he's speaking about. But that is definitely interesting, and that'll definitely cause some volatility going into market open. So Tuesday morning is going to be a very interesting morning. Wednesday, July 23rd, we have existing home sales here. That's not, a major point, but, it is important, right? Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, that's probably like a 5 or 6. Thursday, July 24th, we have our usual, which is jobless claims. And then we have PMI at 9:45, along with new home sales at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So a very big day here in terms of releases, right? We have 1, 2, 3 releases, but their impact is not really high, right? Jobless claims is kind of like a solid 5 or 6. PMI, solid 5 or 6. New home sales, 4 or 5, right? So they're not big data points, but they are important, right? You usually do get those, if it's way over expectation or way under expectation, you do, usually see a big impulse, but it's not those massive data points we all look forward to. Also, you can trade, through them, without a big worry, unlike, CPI and things of that nature. Friday, July 25th, we have one data point that morning, and that is going to be durable good orders. And that's going to conclude the data for this week. Quick little recap. Tuesday, we have JPOW 8:30 a.m. Wednesday, existing home sales at 10 a.m. Thursday, jobless claims 8:30, PMI 9:45, new home sales 10 a.m. Lastly, Friday, durable good orders. So we got a pretty stacked week, right? Monday's chill. There's not major data, but there is important data sprinkled throughout the week. So definitely be aware around those times, especially when markets open. Now, what I want to do here is I want to go pull up the earnings calendar because we are swinging into earnings season. So let's go ahead and get this up real quick. Here we go. So starting off the week here, Monday we got Verizon, couple interesting names here. Tuesday we have what? LMT, KO, GM. Nothing really significant in terms of market movement. Tuesday after close we have EMPH. That's a fun one to trade, so I'll put a box around that. It definitely is a fun one. Wednesday, AT&T. Oh, big one. Wednesday after hours. Tesla. Big. Google. Big. We are swinging into the big dogs. I think next week is Apple, Microsoft, Meta. So next week's going to be huge, but this is the start of it right here. Thursday, we have American Airlines. That's fun to trade sometimes. Intel. It's a good insight on semis. What else do we have here? That's pretty much it. Those are all the big names. We have Chipotle. QS has been on an absolute heater. Could definitely see something there. We were pretty much seeing that pre-earnings run-up. GM, sometimes it's fun to trade. But you guys get the theme here, right? All of these names with a box around them, these are potential A-plus post-earnings setups. So when we have big earnings seasons like this is where you really got to lock in, because you guys all know earnings is one of the best catalysts a stock can have to move higher or lower. And when we have that driving sentiment behind it that increases confluence and confidence in how that ticker is moving, that's where you can size up. And that's where the real money is made. So weeks like this, when we're swinging into those big earnings, it's huge, right? It's huge. And especially when you get into the big names like Tesla and Google, or, next week for that matter, where we have Apple, Microsoft, Meta. Man, you guys know that is big for the overall market. And I'm looking forward to it, right? I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be an interesting few weeks. And, yeah, man, let's get it. Let's get into these charts now. NQ, what do we got going on? What do we talk? Oh, goodness gracious. I haven't really looked at the charts at all tonight, but wow. That was beautiful. That was the same level we traded from on Friday. If you guys remember, on Friday, we took this exact short from this level. Caught that whole move lower. Look at this. Look at the significance of this level. 23,250. Reject perfect. And then tonight, we reclaimed it. That was a beautiful long opportunity, man. These are the type of levels we love, man. Wow, that was so clean. 23,250. Where did we open? Hold on. We opened here, sold off here, and then ripped. This is my first time really looking at the charts tonight. Wow, that's a big move. We're up 70 points. Okay. We're up 25 points alone right there. Yeah. Did anybody take that? Hopefully some of you guys that have my charts took that. That was nice. That was very nice. What's ES doing? Silver. Silver's still grinding higher. Still holding that big structure here. All right, let's get into these charts, y'all. You know the deal. All right. Here we are. We're on NQ. I know a lot of you guys like to follow along. So, with that being said, let me know when you guys are ready. And we will rock out. Let me know when you guys are ready. Let me know when you guys are ready. Let me know when you guys are ready. You ready? All right, cool. So, monthly time frame. Like I said last week, there's really not much to digest here because obviously this month is still playing out. But as of right now, this is pretty strong. Like if you take it for face value, what do? We just pulled back, retested those previous all-time highs, and now we're ripping, right? That's the bullish case as you could get, right? So monthly perspective, this is still extremely strong, right? I want you guys to really pay attention to what we talked about last week, though. And if you missed it, go back and rewatch, because I literally gave you guys the blueprint for last week's session if you paid attention. I gave you guys one of the best setups to trade in terms of continuation, which was a 3-bar play, right? We spoke about this very in-depth last week, and this was the best setup where we had the breakout, the pause bar, and then the continuation. So if you were a part of that move last week because of Sunday, you made a lot of money, right? And if you notice, last week, we were ahead of that whole move, right? And that's why we had a killer week, because we were prepared, right? Because of setups like this. Setups like this don't come by often. So when they come by, you have to take advantage of them, especially ES. Look at that. You had the breakout, you had the pause, sweep that previous low, adios for that 3-bar play. If you guys pay attention, I give you literally everything you need, right? Like, sure, it might not be in a delivery like my mentorship where it's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, but you could put the pieces together if you paid attention, right? Anyway, NQ, daily chart. I mean, look at it, right? I mean, there's not much else to say about this except we're strong, right? We're up now 40%. 40% in 3 months, 4 trading months to be exact. We're up 40%. That is insane. That is insane. But if you're looking at this chart from a daily perspective, I mean, this is bullish as bullish gets, right? There's nothing else to say about it. So we're very, very bullish, right? Last week, we pulled back, tested this major demand, and then ran and broke new all-time highs. And then here we are in the hourly, pulled back, created a higher low Friday session, and we're going for those highs. So, I mean, this chart is pretty self-explanatory going into this week's trading session, which is Friday's low, right? That is going to be 23,165. And then all-time highs at 23,310, right? As long as we're above that previous week's low, or Friday's low, 23,165, this is a bullish chart, right? That's where you look for those dips, get you a long entry, and target those all-time highs. If we get above all-time highs, I mean, buy the dip and hold, right? I mean, and there's nothing here that says go short. And you guys know me, right? You guys have traded. I'm trying to figure out a good way to say this. You guys have traded with me for years, right? I love shorting the market, right? That's been my edge. Like, I felt like I've excelled in the past year or two catching reversals, right? You guys know I love catching reversals. And if I'm not even interested in any type of shorts, as I haven't been, right? You know the market's strong because I love shorting shit, right? I'm just gonna be the first one to say it. I love shorting shit, but there's no reason to short anything, right? And I want to make that very clear. Now, if things change, sure, but as of right now, I mean, the levels are clear as day, right? If you want to be short, it needs to be below 23,165. That's when that downside can get aggressive, back into 23,000, potentially even these lows here at 22,800. Right? I mean, it's that simple. But until then, I mean, levels are holding. We're bullish, right? ES, same scenario, weekly, extremely bullish. Now, I do want to point out, we do have very exaggerated bearish divergences on the weekly and daily, but does that mean we have to reject? No, it does not, right? That's just something to, kind of keep in the back of your mind. Yeah, we'll cover crypto tonight, but ES chart, I would say this kind of gives us a little bit more opportunity in either direction. We have this previous day's low here at 63.25 and then all-time highs at 63.55. Those are our parameters this week, right? We get above that 63.55, we can look for that continuation into 6,400. Now, if we pull back and we lose Friday's lows, 63.25, that is when we can say, hey, okay, now we're comfortable going short, back down at that 6,300. In between there, I'm not going to really have much interest, to be honest with you, right? I mean, you guys can see what we did previously, right? We created that range and we stayed in it for some time. So if we're going to continue here to the upside, it has to be here, right? We don't really want to see any more consolidation because technically we just broke out of a consolidation, right? So if we start seeing a consolidation here within that previous consolidation, that's not a good sign. We have to go, right? Whether that's a reversal or that's continuation, something has to happen. Because, I mean, look, we just sat in this area here for 3 or 4 weeks. And then we broke out last week just to come back immediately into it. And obviously now we're back above that range. So if we're going to go, it needs to be here, right? Like I'm talking about today, tomorrow, or the next day type of move to where it has to happen. And it's going to be hard for me to see that happen because of all these earnings, right? Are we really going to make a massive move into earnings? Probably not. Will we make a massive move after earnings once we get a catalyst from Apple, Microsoft, Meta, Google, Tesla? Yeah, sure. But I just don't really see us making an extraordinary move into earnings. I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, the levels are there and we'll trade them, right? That's my mindset. YM. I mean, again, you know, it's bullish, right? It's bullish. Levels are still holding. I don't really love anything here to trade though. RTY. I don't really love anything here to trade either. We're just sitting smack dead in the middle of this range, right? We have the top of the range, bottom of the range, so I just don't have any interest in trading this. I mean, if we get below 2200, you guys know what time it is. You get above these daily highs, you know what time it is, but we're far away from both of them, so I'm not even going to worry about it, right? I just set my alerts, and we'll keep it pushing. Silver, though, I am giving a lot of attention. Well, one, we've been long, and this long looks fucking great, right? Last week's session, we pulled back, retest that previous resistance. That was our long entry. We have now reclaimed that structure, and we are holding above it. This is a beautiful 4-hour swing. Very tempted to add, but we'll wait and see what happens this week. But again, look at the significance of the silver chart. The last time we were above this level was 2013. So this is a 12-year breakout, right? This is huge. Huge. Gold, on the other hand, I'm done fucking with gold. It just gives me FOMO every other day because it goes from channel high to channel low, channel high. I'm tired of getting FOMO over this. So what I'm going to do with gold is when we break this wedge, I'm going to trade it. Okay? When we break here, I'll trade it. If gold gets above 33.86, I'll trade it. That's a squeeze territory back in the 34.50, 3400s. If we break 3300, I'll trade gold. But I'm tired of this range. It's done nothing but give me FOMO. I end up missing the short move. Then I look for continuation on shorts, and it ends up reversing. And then I get FOMO to the upside. I watch for continuation, it reverses, and then I get FOMO to the downside. It's just been a FOMO machine for me. Every time, I mean, look at the moves, right? Like, how can you trade this? Massive downside, no consolidation, massive upside. Massive downside, no consolidation, massive upside. Like, the moves are just insane. Like, obviously, if you can, if you're good at, if you're mentally seasoned enough to watch a move like that and then immediately switch bias, I mean, more power to you. But me personally, when I see a move of this caliber, I'm looking for continuation, right? When I see a move of this caliber, I'm looking for, you know, a pullback and then continuation. I'm not looking for a reversal. You know what I mean? So it's been very tricky for me to trade. That's why I've kind of just stayed away. And you guys heard me all week. I've been very hesitant with gold. Very hesitant for very valid reason, right? It's been a tough bargain, especially this range. We've been in this range for I don't even how long. What is that? Almost 2 months. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Oil, don't really love anything here. Platinum, don't love anything here. It's pretty much been doing the same thing. Rip, pull back, rip, pull back, rip, pull back. But it's choppy, right? Like there's no, I mean, look at this daily chart. Like that's ew. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing there. And then you got copper here. I do love this chart. We got that previous resistance here at 5.5, which we're building above nicely. This is all-time highs on copper, so this is huge. You know, this is a name I would definitely keep an eye on. It is probably the craziest point move I've ever traded. So if you trade this, trade micros, but we'll keep an eye on it. Nothing significant. Now let's get into the individual names. Number 1, XYZ. We bought the dip on this long term. Our average is 45. Right now, we're up almost 70% as of Friday's close. But if you didn't know, XYZ got included to the S&P 500. That's always a bullish catalyst, right? Because you got to look at it from a perspective of an investor. What do we all invest in, right? We invest in S&P 500 because those are the top 500 stocks that are best for the economy, right? The overall world, right? Those are the top 500 stocks that have proven themselves, have that stability, and they're household names. So when you get included into the S&P 500, that's bullish, right? That's like making it to the NBA. That's like making it to the MLB. You've been established. You've been solidified as an athlete, right? So, you know, that's a catalyst in itself. And the chart is beautiful. I mean, look at this. We have obviously the gap fill, which is filled on Friday, but then we have obviously a lot of room into that 100 psychological level, which I think is ultimately going to be the magnet here on XYZ. So our game plan is watch a pullback, 76, 76.50 for a demand bounce, or if we can get above that 81 level, look for that break and hold to go long into 85, and then that 93 being the ultimate target. That's the game plan there. Tesla. I love Tesla, right? Elon's a genius. I would never bet against him, but there's a lot of uncertainty around him, and it's caused me to be kind of hesitant when I wanted to swing Tesla, and I probably should have. But this chart is beautiful to me, right? This chart is beautiful. We have a classic break and retest. 324, previous resistance, which we held as support. Now we're building below this 330 level, which is a major resistance. So my watch on Tesla is a pullback, 324.50 for a demand bounce. Or if we can get above that 330, look for that break and hold to go long into 338, 344. That's my top long watch, right? Side note, if we reject 330, right, and then we lose 324, that could be a great short if we lose at 324. So keep that on the back burner if Tesla does fail, okay? What do we got going on here? Oh, this issue, it's tissue T. Oh, he's mad because he typed a ticker and I didn't go over it immediately. Like, yes, someone types a ticker, I stop everything I'm doing and say, hey, here you go. Bro, no, that's not how this works. You must be new here. My man typed a ticker. I didn't respond in 10 seconds. He's upset. You can stay upset, buddy. You can stay upset. It's crazy. Side note, Netflix. This is one of my favorite stocks to trade because it reminds me of old Amazon and Tesla. If you guys remember, Amazon and Tesla used to be $1,000, $3,000 stocks. And for big accounts or, you know, experienced traders for that matter, that's heaven, right? So Netflix being up here in the thousands again makes me very happy. But last week's session, we had earnings. That was on Thursday. And as you can see, Netflix got clapped. In the process of getting clapped, it broke a massive structure. This is my top watch. 1230, 1240. If we get a pop back into the supply here, that is my top watch for a reject. On the flip side here, we have a major level, which also happens to be a psychological level, at 1200. If we can get below 1200 on Netflix, that's my top short watch, back down into 1180 and 1163. This is my top short watch for the week ahead. It is absolutely beautiful. Love this chart, weekly down to the hourly. This would be an A+ setup for me this week, along with XYZ. Next, we have Amazon. Very clean chart here, and it is building extremely well. What I mean by building is, look. We have a low, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. We are now working towards a major resistance, and we are building, which that considered a compression, to where buyers are still pushing prices higher while maintaining an upward trend. So when you have that build into a big level like this, which is a major resistance, that's where those massive breakouts come. Okay, so it's 227 here. If we can get a break and hold above it, that would be the top long watch for a squeeze into 230 plus. This is an A plus breakout and even an A plus swing if we can retain that 227 level after breaking it into close. So a nice daily closure above 227 on the day it breaks could be a great swing. The yellow lines are manual levels that I've plotted based off of my level system. Next, last one here, Apple. I mean, you guys can see the chart just as well as I can. Just as I spoke about with Amazon, look at the build here. Massive resistance, and we are building into this resistance. This is getting to the point it has nowhere left to go, right? If you look at Apple here, right, it's just consolidating. It's getting to the point where it has to move. So with that being said, if we can get that move on Apple, right, upside 212, downside 207.50. If we can get a strong break and hold above 212, that is the top long watch for a move back into 216. On the flip side, if we can get below that 207.50, that is the top short watch back down into 205 and low 200s. This is a beautiful chart if we can break that range. My man Ari is funny. Watch. I'm on live. You should tune in instead of getting drunk. That's how I talk to my friends. You should lock in instead of playing Call of Duty. Y'all think I'm joking. He just messaged me, said hop on Call of Duty. Brother, I'm locked in. You're not locked in. You should be on the live. Watch. Y'all think I'm joking. It's too big? Okay, hold on, let me fix it. I'll show you. This is how you should talk to your friends, man. Tell them motherfuckers lock in. Tell them sons of bitches to lock in. Yeah, man. I'll check out you guys' tickers towards the end. Just be patient. I have a routine. I have kind of an itinerary I go over every Sunday, which we just finished. So we can get into other stuff as well. Give me 1 second here. Ba-da-ba-ba. I'm loving it. Carmen, what's up with the demanding people tonight? Huh? Where they at? Like, why? What's up with y'all, man? Are y'all new here? I don't get it. Are y'all new here or what? I've been doing the same thing for years. Like, I get it. If you're new here, that's cool. Just sit back. Like, this is the thing. Like, am I the only one that thinks this way? Like, look at him. There's Arya. Everybody tell Arya, good job for locking in. Everybody tell him welcome home, too. He's a class 1 jailbird. Someone that doesn't learn. It's crazy, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I go to someone's, stream or something like that, I don't type anything immediately, right? I kind of sit back, I watch, see how they, at the end of the day, I'm joining their stream. So I like to see how they run it. You know what I mean? Like if they have something they're doing or their structure, you know what I mean? Like going to someone's house. You don't go in there and tell them what to do. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Is that just me or what? Yeah, everybody tell Arya welcome home, man. Tell him to stay out of jail. That's, it's not a good place to be. funny thing is, right? Arya, did we meet before or after I was locked up? You were in the dorm across me when we were with Justin, obviously, but I think we met after. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't sit here and sell to you guys either, right? I'm not sitting here saying sign up for my mentorship, sign up for this, sign up for that. Like, I don't get it. I'm literally just sitting on here for free. Same thing I've done for years. Anyway, that concludes my watch list for the week ahead. But I do have a couple more names I want to go over that have my interests that are a little bit higher risk. But one of them is Lucid. This is actually a penny stock, obviously, but why are these levels up here? Got some news last week. I gotta turn my fan, it's hot as shit. Yeah, man, you got level up, man. If you're not doing better, you're doing worse. Lucid here had some news last week, and broke this structure. Big level here is 3. If we can continue to maintain this 3 level as support, this is my top long watch. More for like an equity grab, but yeah, this is definitely a swing watch for me. If Lucid can retain that 3 level this week. Next is QS QuantumScape. The reason I liked it, I know you're probably looking at the chart and like, what the fuck? Why do you like it now? It's up 300%. Short risk, right? I mean, short squeeze risk. Very high up here. Last week, a lot of shorts were opened up at this 15 area. So if this continues to trade higher, and this actually becomes a short squeeze, which is very possible, and the reason I say that is 1, the volume, 2, the short interest is very high, and 3, we're approaching earnings. Remember, this week we have earnings. So with these 3 factors being, there's a lot of volume behind this move, 2, the short interest is very high, and 3, we're approaching earnings. These are 3 big catalysts that could continue to pump this higher. And we'll see this thing, like, you got to remember, the high on QS, it doesn't matter if it makes sense or not, right? The high on QS is $132. From current levels, that's a 700% move. So yes, we are up 300%, but if you look at the grand scheme of things, and this starts to squeeze again, this could easily get back into the 40s, potentially even 70s or 100s. So that's why I'm keeping this on a watch, because obviously the short interest is high. 2, there's a lot of volume behind it. 3, earnings. So this is definitely going to be on the back burner this week. I would trade this on equity, obviously. This is not worth trading options because of the IV. When you have a stock that goes up 300% in a week, market makers can no longer imply rational premiums because of how it's moving. So its usual ATR is blown out of the water, which creates a inflated ATR, and that's why the market makers pump the IV, because of how much it's moving. And if it does start to dump, that's the IV crush rate. So it's better just to trade, equity here to be safe. But this is one of my top watches. Bull. This is also one of my top watches. We're already in this, but I'm looking to add into it. We entered Bull back here on that 12 break-in retest, and we sold options for like 100 and something %. I got a little FOMO for not re-entering, but I'm still holding equity. I think this is a $30 stock easily, right? And from current levels, that's almost 100% move. So I'm going to continue to look into build, continue to build into Bull. As far as like day trades goes, I'm not really interested in day trading it. I just want to continue to build into my equity position. Maybe pick up an option swing here. But these are my kind of like 3 higher risk names I'm watching. Lucid, QS, Bull. I think they have a lot of upside potential if they continue. Side note, silver, we already covered. This was a swing we entered last week. I mean, this was just a textbook swing. Beautiful break and retest. We're up like 30% in the close. Again, silver's above a level it hasn't been above since back in 2013, which is absolutely massive. So very excited for this swing. Obviously, everything's still intact, looks good. Even on the future side of things, it looks great. I should have probably went long tonight right here. I mean, that was a beautiful setup. You had a major support, turn resistance, support. That was a beautiful break and retest. Same thing with NQ. I fucked up by not taking that. I did fuck up by not taking that. I did. But it's all good. Anyway, I owe you guys a giveaway, so we'll get into that in a second. What do you guys want to do first? Do you guys want to do the giveaway, or you want to go over some tickers together? What do you guys want to do? You guys let me know. We'll make it happen. What do you guys want to do? Tickers or giveaway? You want to go over tickers? Alright, bet. Tickers. Alright. Do not spam. Just please. What does this do? Please type one ticker in the chat that you would like me to check out. The ones that are, most typed, I'll check out. But that doesn't mean spam it, right? Please don't spam it. I hate that shit. Yes, we'll go over crypto as well. I'll go over 2 or 3 of the names that your guys typing, and then we'll go over crypto. I'm up so fucking retarded on crypto, it's retarded. Like, excuse me, it doesn't make sense. We bought the bottom on Ethereum. Like the literal bottom. We bought like the literal bottom on Ethereum. We picked up Ethereum at 1,500. Like from our entry, we're already up 150%. Like it does not get any better than that. Like we literally got a bottom tick. Like it does not get any better than that. Giovanni, don't spam, man. Mods, continuous growth, Sandy, if they spam more than 3 times, just time them out. We'll go over crypto and then I'll go over tickers. Ethereum is beautiful, man. It's beautiful. That's it. We're back at this 4,000 level. Cardano actually entered a little while ago. What was that, last week? Mentees, when did we enter? Friday? Thursday? It's up like 30%. Entered some Doge as well at 0.19, which is currently up almost 50%. I picked up Doge right here. That was almost 50%. Solana we picked up at 100. Solana we picked up at 100. That's up 80%. Bitcoin was a beautiful dip buy. We picked up Bitcoin. I bought 2 coins for my daughter at 75K. That was dope. I mean, even from that level, it's still up 60-something%. And I tell you guys this, man. You guys know I speak nothing but facts. It doesn't matter whether you invest $1 or you invest $1 million. The bottom line is you're investing, right? Like that's what's most important. There's no easier way to make money than buying the dip on fundamentally sound names like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Apple, Meta, Google, Tesla, Nvidia, AMD. Like we bought the bottom on AMD at 83, right? It doesn't get any better than that. We're up almost 100% on AMD in literal what? 3 months, we're up 100%. I put in 110K on AMD. I made 110K in fucking 80 days. Like where else can you do that? Right? Coin, for example, right? We picked up the dip on Coin at fucking 159, right? From our entry, Coin is up 180%. I put in 30K to Coin. I'm up almost 50K just off of 30K, right? Forget the numbers, right? Forget the dollar amount, actually, right? Look at the percentage, 180%, right? All you had to do was press buy and hold. I tell you guys this. I've told you guys this. I've said it for years, right? I want you guys to attest to this, and I want you guys to feel stupid. I do. If you did not buy the dip, I want you to feel stupid. You shouldn't have hesitated. This is the thing. I've been where you guys are, where you say, oh, well, if it comes a little bit lower, I'll buy. And then it comes a little bit lower, then you hesitate and you say, oh, I'm going to wait a little bit lower. And then it comes a little bit lower, you hesitate, you're like, oh, I'm going to wait for it to come a little bit lower, right? No one knows truly where the bottom is. That's why you DCA, dollar cost average, right? Like, I can't stress to you guys enough. I've said this for literal years on end. The freest money you can make as a trader is long term, right? Like I said, if you make 4K a month, set what you need aside, invest the rest, right? That if that means you're at all-time highs right now. Obviously, right now is not a good time to invest because we're at all-time highs, right? Sure, right now, what you should be doing is funneling all your available capital for the time you're ready, because you don't need that resistance. What I mean by resistance is when we do get a flash bear market like this, because it was, right? This bear market literally only lasted a week, right? We were down 25%. We went from all-time highs on the market into a bear market in 20 days. From that low point, we're back at all-time highs in less than 3 months, right? That shit happens before you can even blink your eye, right? When you say I want a little bit lower, 9 times out of 10, it's already gone as low as it's going to go, right? So you have to be prepared. Preparation is literally the single-handedly most important component of trading, whether it's day trading or long-term, right? Having that cash ready. Like I said, it doesn't matter if it's fucking $100, right? If that's all you can afford, that's all you can afford. If you would have put $100 in, and the craziest thing is, I literally feed you guys my whole portfolio, right? Like my whole portfolio. I posted for everybody. I entered coin at 159. I posted for everybody. I picked up Ethereum at 1500. Everybody, Solana 100, Bitcoin 75K. If you want to speak facts here, right? There's only one other person I've known that publicly has preached Bitcoin since low 10K, right? You guys have been doing these lives with me since 2020. I've been telling you guys to buy Bitcoin since 10,000. And if you guys want to be really technical, right? 2023, I told you to buy 15K. The break and retest of 25,000. If you go back and look at this live, right? I was live on Sunday, right? This was August, what was it? August, right here. August, give me 1 second. August 27th, 2023. Go back to the YouTube live. I was live on YouTube, just like I am right now, and I told you guys that this 25,000 break and retest right here was going to be a fucking massive, massive no-brainer move. On top of that, the following month, we broke 35K. I told you guys, if you missed 25,000, that's okay. 35K is just as good as an entry. What's even crazier is that 50K, we got that break and retest. Go look at the live, right? That was July 28th, 2024. I was live on Sunday, right? Same way I'm live right now. I told you guys to buy Bitcoin here, right? Literally, since 2020, I've been telling you guys to buy Bitcoin. If you didn't buy Bitcoin from fucking 2020 to 2025, I have nothing else for you, right? Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, even if you put in, let's say you missed everything, you got in at 50K. That's 150% return. $100 into 150, 1,000 into 1,500, 10K into 15K, 100K into 150K, a million into 1.5, 10 million into 15 million. Like, I don't know what else I can do personally, right? I do my part into trying to help you guys understand, right? Like, the money I make from trading, cool, right? On a monthly basis, very cool. Apex, right? Very cool. My personal accounts, very cool, right? My lawn care business, very cool. There's no money like opening that long-term portfolio, seeing myself up 700%, right? It's insane, right? It's insane. The math isn't off. I was saying that you would have turned that 10 million and you would have made 15 million off of it. So it would have been a total of 25 million, obviously, right? It would have been a total of 25K. It would have been a total of 2,500, right? I'm just saying how much you would have made on that percent return. But yeah, man, I mean, obviously Bitcoin's at all-time highs, Ethereum's back at highs. So right now is not a great time to, buy these names. But they're going to pull back, right? They're going to pull back. And when they do pull back, I just hope you guys listen, right? Whatever capital you have that you can afford from your job or whatever you're doing, real estate, whatever it may be, this is my recommendation to you guys, right? If you do have capital available that you're putting to the side, get a HISA, right? High yield saving account. Put the money in the high yield savings account while you're waiting to buy the dip. So that way you at least aren't having, stagnant capital, right? Like right now, I wouldn't tell you to buy Bitcoin at 120K. Could it go higher? Sure, but the risk reward up here is negative, right? Like it's not good. Could it go higher? Yes. Long term, will it go higher? Sure. But right now, there's probably the risk reward's not there. Ethereum, the risk reward's not there. SPY, the risk reward isn't there across the board to invest long term at the moment, right? So when you're in this position, right, just because you're like, oh, well, nothing's pulling back, so there's no need for me to have capital ready, right? That's bullshit. Because when it does pull back, like I said, that creates that resistance to where, hey, when it's pulling back, oh, I got to go to the bank, I got to send the wire, I got to do this. It creates more steps and makes you more hesitant because there's more steps. So it's best to just be ready, stay ready, so you don't have to get ready, right? And that's the best thing you can do. Create a high yield savings account, put the money in there until you're ready to buy the dip. That's the best thing I could tell you guys, right? On a serious note. Anyway, all right, let me go through the couple of tickers that you guys were posting. Bunch of people said Nvidia. Check out Nvidia. I mean, this is another ticker that's all-time highs, right? Like, I mean, look at Nvidia for example. From those lows, Nvidia's up 100%, 75 into 150. You can't really. I mean, 80 into 175. There's not much you could do about that. Obviously, it's a great buy, but up here, it's not as attractive. But the big levels on Nvidia, 168, 169, all-time highs 174. We get that dip into 168, 169. That's a good long entry. If we get above those highs, that's also a good long entry for continuation. I think that 180 level could definitely be a good target for that all-time high move. What else we got here? XRP. I mean, it's XRP. It's one of the first cryptos that actually got invested, getting by the SEC. I mean, I love XRP, right? I just won't buy it up here. If it goes higher without me, that's fine. I have some from back in the day at like 0.20, but I have like 200 bucks in it, so it's just whatever. Roblox, I mean, this is a chart you can't do nothing but hate it. I mean, look at it. This was a financial freedom setup. This is what you call a financial freedom setup. Look at that. Major resistance, 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 turn support. That was a financial freedom setup right there. Financial freedom setup. From that 50 break and retest, it's up 150%. I mean, this is just what you call a FOMO chart. FOMO. Motherfucking kids stealing their parents' credit cards enough to make this company profitable. I definitely underestimated the hell out of Roblox, personally. But, I mean, up here, I mean, there's not much you could do. I mean, look at it. And this is the thing. People are like, oh, it's up so much. That doesn't mean shit, right? Just like people keep talking about PLTR. One day, people are going to learn. In this day and age, I'm not going to lie. Fundamentals don't really matter, right? If you look at PLTR from a fundamental standpoint, this shit is an overpriced turd bucket, right? It's trading at NVIDIA levels when NVIDIA was at this current market cap. It doesn't make sense, right? Like PLTR doesn't make sense at 153. It does not make sense at a $362 billion market cap. But that doesn't matter, right? The stock will forever be irrational longer than we can be solvent. And that's why, everyone's like, hey, buy puts on PLTR. I refuse to step in front of a moving train, right? Like, when it broke this 100 level, everybody's like, oh, PLTR is not going to see all-time highs. It broke 120. Here it is trading at 150. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. You know what I mean? Like, sure, you can keep, shorting it until eventually you're right. But, I mean, a ticker like this, where, Wall Street Bets has had its fun with it in the past, they're just waiting for their day to have fun with it again, right? Like, this is what I call a meme stock, right? There's no telling how high it could go. This could fuck around and be a $1 trillion market cap, and everybody's left scratching their head. Will it happen? I don't know. Will it reverse from here and tank back down to 60? I don't know. But from my experience, I don't fuck with stocks like this for that very so reason, right? I just don't. Reddit. This looks clean. This is a clean setup here. We have a nice break and retest here, 140. I mean, this could be a good swing setup if you want to be honest. We have a beautiful weekly cup and handle, bull flag here, whatever you want to call it. Right, I'll add this to the watch list. This actually looks pretty good. Got that beautiful structure hold here. Nice little double bottom, failure to go lower. I mean, yeah, this is huge. This looks good. Whoever mentioned this, good shit. This is what I'm talking about. You guys mentioned good setups. Not some fucking bullshit, man. This is what I'm talking about. Whoever mentioned this, nice. That's awesome. This is a good setup. This is a good setup. Got that daily bullish engulfing. I mean, yeah, this is simple, right? I mean, Reddit gets above this 150 level. Buy the dip, right? Wait for that break and hold. Go long. Target that 165. I would even think this is valid for a swing. Long as we're above this 140 level, I would say this is valid for a swing. Target those daily highs at 165. This looks good. I would say this is a solid B plus A setup. Looks good. All right, let's get this giveaway. I gotta get home. All right, let's get this thing crack-a-lacking. Let's get this thing crack-a-lacking. All right, here we go. Let's get this giveaway going. First keyword is gonna be turbo. Good luck, everybody. All you gotta do is type turbo in the chat one time. Type turbo. I'm going to do one for YouTube and one for Kick. That's the way we'll do it. Let me see. Alrighty. Good luck, everybody. Here we go. Rajshun Dao Ko. Rajshun, where you at? Long as you type before the minute mark, you're golden. This was a good live, man. This was a good live. I think people are just taken back by my straightforwardness, right? Like I hop on these lives with a mission, right? Go over what I'm watching for the week, do the giveaway, and go about my business, right? Like that's it. Alrighty. Rajshun is here. Good shit. And go ahead and send it to Dom. Please check the pinned message. And that way we can get you your money, alright? Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and pick another one from the same list. Pascal! Woo! That's a good winner, my boy. It's a good winner. Where you at, Pascal? Pascal, where you at? Type in both chats, Pascal. Type in YouTube too. Ba-dum-bum-ba-bum. Yeah, he's here. I seen him, but I need him to type in YouTube, so it pops up on that. I didn't change it over to Kick. I changed it on the chat, but I forgot to change it over here. So he has to type in YouTube, so this will turn green. There we go. Boom. I changed the giveaway to Kick, but I forgot to change the chat to Kick. There we go. Good money. Alrighty, you guys. Yeah, man. Let's get it. Any last minute questions, man? Whatever you guys got, whether it's trading, personal, business, whatever it may be. Feel free to ask it. Now's your time. Whatever you got, now's your time. Ed Lazar, I think you're one of the 3 that I have to give it to. So I'll get it to you after tonight's live. If not tomorrow morning, Dom will send it. Whatever you guys got, man. Question-wise, feel free to ask it. Now's your time. Now is your time. Bow, down, 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 bow. Do I have a Discord? I do not have a public Discord. When is the best time to trade futures? The best time is when a setup is there. The best time is when a setup is there. Bow, bow, da, da, bow, 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 bow. There's no. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm sorry. I was over here, dozed off. But yeah, there's no like perfect time. The best time is literally, you know, when price action is valuable, right? There has value there. How do you unbox Dom on Discord? Do you take profits on long term or just keep adding at the dip? It depends, right? Like when I have Nvidia that was up like 1,000%, of course I trim it, right? But for the most part, I just keep adding on dips, right? That's it. I mean, it depends how you structure it too. Like, I don't need the money, right? So if you needed the money, of course, it's a great idea to trim, right? Trim, and you could reinvest, right? Like, that's always a great idea. It all depends on you at the end of the day, right? The way I carry mine might be a little bit different. But I feel like talking my shit a little bit here. Why does motherfuckers think it's okay to post their long-term holdings as day trading gains? I will never get that. Why? Does that piss anybody else off? Motherfucker will post a post and show they're up 150K, right? And then the next post they say they're up 500K 30 days later. Like, bro, you did not make 350K in a month, right? All you did was combine all your accounts, showed 500K, and it said, oh, only a little bit is from long term. No, a lot is from long term. A little bit is from day trading. Like, bro, that shit pisses me off so bad. Like, bro, I can pull up my Coinbase right now. I'm up 1.2 million on Bitcoin, but what the fuck does that do? That has no application to anything, right? It's so stupid, man. I hate that shit. And people believe it. What's even crazier is they're at 500K on the year, right? It's July. I'm going to use someone as an example. Say, oh, by the end of the year, I'm going to be at 1 million. So it took you 7 months to make 500K, but somehow, right, you're going to make 500K in 4 months. Okay. Makes sense. Same thing with the challenge accounts. The challenge accounts really kill me. That shit kills me. Kills me. I know of at least 10 different people that have started 10 different challenges, and not a nail, not a damn challenge is in existence. 25K and 100K. That motherfucker evaporated from Earth. 1K to 10K. You get one trade and that bitch is gone. Like, I don't get it. Like, am I wrong for thinking that way? And why do people believe it? Like, are people, I hate to say this, are people just that slow? That naive? That gullible? Like, I don't get it. So if you're telling me, if I post my long term right now, open up a Discord, I can get 10,000 members from a long term portfolio without even day trading, that is diabolical. That is crazy. That might be the method, y'all. That might be the method. I ain't even lying to you. That might be the method. That's crazy. That is crazy. Crazy. Well, I mean, it depends who you're asking, HQ. Like, what's impressive to me for someone to make it a month trading? I mean, if you're talking about a personal account, like anything over 100K is impressive. Very impressive. Even 50K. 50K is very impressive. Yeah, shit's crazy, man. What advice do you have for a first-time, full-time trader? Hang on tight. Hang on tight. Hang on tight. But alrighty, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get it home to the little one. I've completed the challenges, multiple. I did 2 at one time last year. I did 5K and a 50K on futures, and I did 5K to 25K on Thinkorswim at the same time I was doing the futures on options. Bow, 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 bow. But yeah. I will see you guys bright and early in the morning for live trading. Oh wow, it just popped up. There's the link. I'll put it at the top of the chat. If you guys want to live trade, if you're not already, there it is. Completely free. I will see you guys in the morning, man. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night. I appreciate every single one of you guys for tuning in tonight, man. Seriously, shout out to Pascal. That's a great winner. Rajshan. Let's get it, man. You want to talk about challenges? We can. This was last week. 1K into 3K in one trading day. There you go. Alright, you want me to refresh it? Sure. Anyway, y'all. I will see you guys in the morning, man. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night. And, yeah, man. See you guys in the morning. Peace, everybody.